Did you know that eating Reese's peanut butter cups is literally the same thing as drinking gasoline? Yes, I said the same thing as drinking gasoline. There's a very...
Eminem has been dead since 2006, and
Hey there.
Hello.
How are you?
All right.
Just all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is your driver's license?
What's going on, you guys? Today I have some of the craziest videos that you have ever seen on TikTok or pretty much anywhere. Let's go ahead and react to them.
This anonymous web show is one of the most disturbing things that's ever existed on the internet. What I just showed you was a clip from an online program called The Daily Capper. The Daily Capper was a program put on by pedophiles all across the world. And this was the head of a community of people known as cappers. This online community of pedophiles known as cappers would go onto the profiles of underage girls and boys, flatter them with compliments, shower them with praise, and try to get them to flash them so that they could take a screen cap of their nude body. And after that, these pedophiles would then blackmail these children with these images. They would send these photos to friends, family members, schools. And there were all sorts of code words and online forums where these cappers, aka disgusting pedophiles, would meet and exchange information. The Daily Capper itself, this program, was a program put on by these pedophiles to talk about news and events that were happening within this pedophile community. It's really disturbing to me that they chose this because I used to watch the show Crashbox as a child, and I think that it's eerie and haunting that they're actually using imagery from a children's show for this pedophile network. Now, sadly, one of the victims of this capping community was a girl named Amanda Todd. Amanda's story is particularly well known because of the YouTube video she created before she took her own life. But
Eminem
Speechless.
has been dead since 2006, and Eminem just released an album admitting this, and nobody realizes it. The name Eminem describes two individual people, Marshall Mathers and Slim Shady. Back in 2006, Slim Shady Eminem was theorized to have had a drug overdose and died. The music industry was in a panic, he was still selling records, and he had shows he needed to do. So they had to replace him with Marshall Mathers Eminem. The entire album we've been listening to is a confession from Marshall Mathers Eminem about the replacement of Slim Shady Eminem. It all makes sense when you listen to the songs. Marshall Mathers Eminem went on social media to explain how we need to listen to the album conceptually from start to finish, from beginning to end, in order to understand the story of how they replaced Slim Shady. If this theory is correct, that would suggest that the album is not a metaphor. It is an actual account about how Slim Shady Eminem was replaced by Marshall Mathers Eminem. The question now is, why would Marshall Mathers Eminem even make this album admitting this? It's because no one would believe him. That's the truth. The truth is, you don't believe me right now. You don't believe anything I'm saying. And that's why he made it, because no one would believe him. And now it all makes sense. And more artists are going to start making albums like this that are conceptual, but they're actual. You guys just don't see it. Anyway, tell me what you think in the comments.
What in the flip is going on? Like, do you guys know about this whole theory or scenario? I've never heard about it before.
Did you know that eating Reese's peanut butter cups is literally the same thing as drinking gasoline? Yes, I said the same thing as drinking gasoline. There's a very controversial ingredient in this. If you want to know what it is, I'm going to tell you. You learn to stay away from it in this and other products that it is contained in. So, guys, Reese's peanut butter cups, as well as a whole ton of other candies and processed foods, contain an ingredient called TBHQ. TBHQ is an ingredient derived from petroleum. It is very dangerous. Now, a lot of you watching are saying, why is this allowed? It's because our government has no regulations over this stuff. So the food industry gets to do what they want, put all kinds of cheap ingredients in it to drive up their bottom line, and you, the consumer, pay for it. The moral of the story is just stay away from processed food. We're not supposed to be eating processed food anyway. It's really, really, really bad for us. Follow me for tips, and check out the link in my bio.
Hey there.
I can't even keep up with these videos at this point because it's just like one thing after another.
Hello.
How are you?
All right.
Just all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is your driver's license?
What's going on?
There's your wallet right there between your legs.
A little bit nervous.
So was I. The way you're driving? I said, you mentioned that you were nervous? Right. I was nervous while I was behind you driving down I-40.
It's sped up right there.
So about 25, you took that curve way too fast.
I did. I'm sorry.
I thought you were going to crash. I didn't say. I don't think so. I'm just saying I thought you were going to crash. Okay, and then you have a bunch of kids, and then the car, how many kids? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who are these kids to you?
This is my friend.
That's your friend?
Yeah.
How old's your friend?
18.
That girl's not 18? That girl's not 18?
Yeah.
No, she's not.
What's up, guys?
Wait a minute, he is tweaking. No, I need to see more of this video, because where is the rest of it? I need to know what happened. This is crazy.
Today I just made a shocking discovery. JCPenney. Everyone says it's spelt like this, but some people remember it just being spelt like this. P-E-N-N-Y. It's a Mandela effect. Look it up, or I'll show right here. Here's JCPenney. Here's what people remember. But look at what I just found. Bombshell. Bombshell. This old rusty plaque. JCPenney. J-C-P-E-N-N-Y. JCPenney. Yes. Yes. I hope this reaches the right audience. Mandela effect. Found. IRL. Cut the camera.
Y'all, we were just arguing about this because we remember it being just P-E-N-N-Y, I believe, not E-Y at the end. So how do you guys remember it? Because this is like a full-blown argument that people are having.
Missing for 10 years and found at work. Missing for 10 years and found at work. This young man, who was 18 at the time, was reported missing by his parents. He worked at this Iowa grocery store, right? No signs of him for 10 years. The store finally starts making improvements, moving shelves and coolers, and he was found between the shelf and a cooler. Found between the shelf and a cooler. They said employees used to go up there to take breaks. They would sit on the cooler to take breaks. He must have went up there and got trapped between the cooler and the shelves and was there for 10 years. Folks, this is a crazy story because any law enforcement officer, EMT, emergency personnel, doctors will tell you there's a distinct smell. A distinct smell. I don't know how employees or anybody in the store did not smell anything. Honestly, and I don't want to be graphic here, but it's true. Folks, this is a crazy story. 10 years missing, found at work. Insane. This happened in 2019. What do you guys think in the comments?
How could this be when clearly you would have some type of smell? Like, it wouldn't even be a little bit. It would be a excruciating, disgusting type of gut-wrenching smell. I just have so many questions about it, because how could they not hear him like screaming or yelling for help or anything like that, especially when they know that people go up there to just take a break or whatever. What do you guys think about this? This is a little suspicious to me. These videos are crazy. Ten tornadoes are on the ground in Chicago. I would be so scared, terrified.
See that the lemon girl, the glitch in the matrix that happened?
No, what?
Yo, this is crazy. This chick was working at a restaurant. There's a camera on her, right?
Yeah.
She takes a lemon, cuts it in half, right? Mm-hmm. Puts that half down, puts that half down. Takes a knife again, cuts this half in half. You see it go through the lemon, out. She walks away, she comes back, the camera hasn't moved. She picks up that lemon and it wasn't cut. And she went like, And she cut it again and
Yeah.
put it in a bag. And then she got the video. She's like, I cut it.
Yeah.
She's like, how was it together again?
That it would just trip me out so much.
And she's like, this is a glitch in the matrix,
Yeah.
man. She started doing all these posts on TikTok. Her TikTok got banned.
Why?
Are you serious?
They said it was because of her age, that because she was 16 and like wasn't allowed to have a TikTok.
Wait.
And then she's like, what? And so she got on her mom's TikTok and started talking about it again. Her mom's TikTok got banned. What does that
What
mean?
is that? What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What is it like? She under like maybe like she's living like the Truman Show kind of thing, where she's like under an experiment, being raised by the FBI, and they're like, testing things on her or something.
Oh, but it freaked me out.
Guys, tell me that's not crazy. So that was, I was gonna say Tom Hanks, but Tom Cruise with people that he had done a movie with where they clearly had got older, but he didn't. That is so wild.
Strangest place you've been to? Yeah. America is strange. Have you been to New York?
Hated that place.
Listen, I don't love America. I love New York.
I don't like.
Did you go to Washington Square Park?
Yes.
Doesn't it seem like the end of a festival? Everyone's just coming down on drugs. Everyone's just like doing weird shit.
Yeah, I'm done with America. I'm never going there.
No,
I'm done with the place.
Baby, we're all done with America.
Universal Studios came up with this picture of the world when the first picture of the world wasn't available until the 1960s through NASA. Almost 40 years later, how did Universal Studios know that this is what the world looked like? Especially from space, when we hadn't been to space yet. Does anyone know? Anyone want to guess?
I've been trying to tell y'all been paying way too much for designer. This is the reason why y'all would never see me wearing it. Because the Italian authorities has uncovered that Dior spends $57 to make their $2,800 purses. Gang, y'all gotta get out this illusion or it's gonna cost y'all. Literally. We got people out here that's literally breaking the bank for a purse that costs $57. And by the way, if y'all didn't know, they making a 50% profit off of this. Not one, not two, 50. And the only reason why people are really willing to pay this price is for the illusion. And I'm really to the point now where I would go shopping at Ross and thrift stores for the rest of my life to buy all my clothes and spend money like this on some gold.
Sure will.
Because that's really what the real wealth is. Instead of spending that on a $50 shirt. You know, that's just me. Y'all decide that y'all still want to wear it. Knock yourself out, bud. Now let me know in the comments though, would y'all still buy designer after knowing this? Like and follow and share to somebody that does not know.
Shout out to Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, all them amazing good places, as well as Target. But I don't mind a little knockoff of Dior or whatever. I sure will wear one of those.
Is telling Fox they believe the shooter acted alone. We're also learning that they can't get into his cell phone. They have it at Quantico, but haven't been able to get any data out of it.
Yeah, that face, just right there.
I'm not sure why they're trying to speed up the end times, but the sacrifice they're about to do is very cold.
It's like 2 a.m. I'm going to keep this brief, but what you want to do when you know a system is beyond the reach of any subsequent human intervention, helping it wise, whether it's political, economic, or societal, you want to induce acceleration and you want to cause the system to collapse because you are the ones in power. And this is the big tech companies, their founders, parts of the intelligence community to an extent. And what they understand is that the populace is already very misinformed on the state of the planet and where it's going. So you want to induce hyper-reality and essentially create confusion as much as possible and cause societal collapse so that you can bring about your new world order. This is also known as hyperstition, but the problem is that there's many conflicting groups trying to cause this at the same time without actually saying what they're doing, because if you make the public aware, then hyperstition cannot actually be by definition. So you want to keep people in a state of confusion.
So that's what we're going through. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. You guys, I wanted to keep this video because this video is still so relevant today. Like, what really happened to this lady?
Cardi B just jumped on her Instagram stories and said she's sick of being in the music industry. Check this out.
This is why I don't like going to award shows. This is why I have developed this thing called anxiety because I'm scared scared. I'm tired. It's just like, it's just always something. Like, it's like, this is why I don't want to be famous. This is why I don't like to hang out. This is why I don't want to be anywhere. Once I do these big events, it's like eyes on me. I gotta watch everything I gotta say. I gotta this, I gotta that. Then I have to wake up with mad calls about, oh, Cardi, we're in trouble, this and that, blah, blah. It's so guys, I really feel like I'm a prisoner of fame. Like, fame has turned me into a prisoner.
Industry plan.
So what happened was I was at home like a few months ago, and I was just sitting there, and I got a call, and then I also got a knock at the door at the same time, and they were like, hello, we're the industry. And I was like, what does that mean? And they were like, you can't ask any questions. And I was like, okay. And they were like, you're gonna blow up, you just have to follow our lead and give us 78% of your money that you make from this. Very fair offer. And then they also said that I had to have
Very fair offer, 75% for them.
Yeah, because I wasn't making that much before.
Okay.
So it's like they're entitled to it. And I didn't ask any questions. They just said, you have to give us the next child you have too. So
that's like Illuminati thing.
Kind of, but it's the industry instead. And they planted me.
There's no one called that is like, hey, I'm the industry.
You don't know that because the industry didn't plant you, Jose.
I'm Jose.
Okay.
So can you say you feel proud of being an industry plant?
Yeah, I'm very proud of being an industry plant.
Show us
Right
the
in the-
nails.
right in our face.
Don't get a close up of my nails.
No,
Listen, I've been on the road, but I'm gonna do like this.
but we see a pop of color.
Yeah.
Your nails look better than mine.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
They do.
Don't do that. Like, I'm actually thinking about jumping into the nail line. Like,
Oh,
the world.
really?
I've been thinking about it.
Yo, I keep wanting to like pause the video and talk to you guys about some of these videos, but they just keep coming in and coming in and coming in, and I'm mind boggled. Every single video, I'm mind boggled. Like, what's going on? I'm trying to process every one of them, but they just keep coming one after another, and they're snapping. Let's get back into it.
Your hand. A lot of people don't realize there's 21 scientific studies on this. One says it's not true and 20 validate it. When you're in your mother's womb, prenatal testosterone release, I have high testosterone, low estrogen. Okay, but flip your hand. You're higher testosterone.
So this-
Estrogen figure here, testosterone here. It's not 100% correlated, but it's very correlated. So it's predictive that you got in fist fights and stuff like me. You're a higher risk taker. You have less fear.
Oh, so if it's longer.
Yeah. It's called digit index ratio.
Bob read something really strange and disturbing in the briefings that we have no place to put it.
It's so far out. All right, your objection has been noted. Okay. What does it say? That we're containers. That's how supposedly the aliens look at us. That we are nothing but containers. Containers of? Containers. Maybe containers of souls. You can come up with whatever theory you want, but we're containers. And that's how we're mentioned in the document.
Bob Lazar was like, I said what I said. Containers.
You guys, what the fuck is going on?
Downtown Nashville. Whoa. Homework. Did that say homework in Latin is witchcraft? Please, somebody confirm that for me in the comments or something. I'm gonna look it up, but I just feel like I can't do it right now because, like I said, these videos just coming with that stuff right now, and I cannot stop them. Yeah.
Seen as the Democrat convention.
Where's that going to be?
That's in Chicago. But for those of you that weren't alive in 1968, the Democratic convention in Chicago in 1968, where Lyndon Johnson bowed out of the race. I remember sitting in my parents' living room. I was in like 8th grade or 7th grade. And Lyndon Johnson addressed the nation. He goes, if nominated, I will not seek nor will I accept the nomination for your president. It's prime time. He said, wow, he just said he's stepping down. It was going to be Bobby Kennedy, and they shot Bobby Kennedy in the head. And then it was Hubert Humphrey. Nobody wanted Hubert Humphrey. And everybody went to Chicago, and they rioted on national TV. So we were watching the convention. They go, oh, go outside with a disturbance. And they're billy clubbing people. And the people are chanting, the whole world's watching, the whole world's watching. They're just beating the shit out of the demonstrators. It was wild. That was Chicago Democratic Convention. History doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes.
Did y'all know this? Oh my God, I feel like I'm going to have to fact check all these videos. They're really coming with some new information. I've never heard of this before.
Listen, guys, whether you want to believe it or not, there is something that is happening in the spirit just as much we're seeing in the physical. God gave me a dream 10 months ago, ever since last year, about a storm that was coming. I didn't know what kind of storm, but I knew it was a bunch of storms. And we have been seeing physical storms, you know, in the Far East and, you know, in the Midwest. And then also, you know, God was showing me even in a dream that, you know, the sky, you know, the sun wasn't going to give no light. And at that point, I didn't know what it was until, you know, God reminded me a couple of weeks ago about the eclipse. And you just seen how things been happening back to back ever since from the eclipse. And there was a video, like I said, I did 10 months ago that I think a lot of you need to go check out. I may do a part 2 up on it just to kind of give a little bit of update up on the video. But it's just a lot of stuff that's happening. There is a storm that is happening in America, and we really need to be praying. It's not a coincidence that this hurricane is going from Houston all the way to New York. Just like we seen with the eclipse, it started from Houston, and now it went all the way to New York. Something is happening in the east side. So we need to be praying for whatever is about to come. Cover your family and the people under the blood of Jesus.
Amen.
Fun fact, did you know the 6-panel door 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 was created in the 1700s and thought to ward off witches? It has a cross and an open Bible. I have 4 of these in my house. How many do you have?
What? These videos are blowing me. They're blowing me. I didn't, I mean, I don't know if that's real or not, but.
October 7th surprise, imminent attack. And I'm telling you now, a biblical event of biblical proportions, a human level event, will take place this month in July. It will be a geopolitical event. It will be a human event. It will be a population-driven event. And I would really like you to pray about this. I would like all of you, all of us collectively, even on our private time and downtime outside of this content, to really pray for discernment regarding this event.
Wow, when did he come out with this video? Because we literally just have 2 events happen. We had Mr. T, you know, getting popped, and then the president had dropped out. So I wonder when that came out, because that would be crazy if he came out with this video way before this month.
A lot of changes by the end of this year and going to next year. Next year is the year of the snake, 2025. The snake always sheds its skin. 1989, the Berlin Wall fell. 2001, 9/11. 2025, we'll have some kind of reset.
Damn, something big's gonna.
Moderna had partnered up with McDonald's to give free chicken nuggets for the first recipients of their bird flu shots. Okay. Something kind of like, you know, what they did with the COVID. They bribed people for sure to get that. Okay.
This is what they don't tell you. The Grand Canyon isn't just a natural wonder. It holds the secrets of an ancient, advanced civilization. But that's not even the craziest thing that was recently discovered. In a 1909 newspaper article, there were claims of an incredible find saying, an explorer discovered a hidden cave filled with Egyptian artifacts. The Grand Canyon has been studied for centuries, so what's really hidden within it? This is where things get scary. In the article, explorer G.E. Kincaid allegedly found a cave containing statues, tools, and hieroglyphs that resembled those of ancient Egypt. But here's the twist. Some scientists believe it wasn't even the ancient Egyptians, but an ancient advanced civilization called the Anunnaki. It's believed it was actually the Anunnaki who built the pyramids in ancient Egypt, and they also built pyramids and giant structures in part of North and South America. But once they left our planet, they took everything with them, leaving us with giant architecture all around the world.
So much speculation on that. That's a great debate right there. What do you guys think in regards to the pyramids? Did the people build it, or did something extraterrestrial or just of higher power build that?
Remember when J. Cole said how many people faking their streams, getting played from machines? Yep. This is what he was talking about. Stream farming. So that means a lot of these streams and a lot of these views that we be seeing could potentially be bots. That's crazy. And And I just wonder who's behind this. This just goes to show you though, bro, what you see ain't really what you seeing. And if you count behind whoever could potentially be behind this just shows you that it's all an illusion. They literally have hundreds of phones that's lined up, that's clicking on videos, watching videos, that's giving them views. Which means they're not real people. Which is absolutely diabolically crazy. And a lot of people that be crashing out for clout, this is what they really crashing out for.
It's kind of short. It's gotten pretty dark. Glow stick. There we go. That's a little better. This was supposed to come up on Tom Sawyer's Island in Frontierland, which in 1956, Walt Disney was said to have given it to the state of Missouri, and the governor of Missouri was supposed to have annexed it. However, the state of Missouri doesn't confirm that. So I'm not sure if we're coming up in California still. It's getting kind of dark, so I'm going to throw my glow stick ahead of me to make sure there's no sudden drops or anything. Okay.
This is a long video.
I made it. I am in Disneyland.
You guys, I know Disney's corrupt, but is this for real? Is this for real?
This is gonna blow your mind. Watch this woman as she takes her dad's ashes and puts it under a microscope. Check it out.
The picture I showed you is my dad's ashes. When he died, I needed to prove something to myself, but I needed to prove it in images. Somehow I got a permission to use UNAM's microscopes, and that's when PhDs in physics and chemistry and biology, they all said that what I was going to observe was white, black and gray, which is ashes. When I went into the lab, the doctor was just staring into the microscope. And when he finally called me and said come see, it was shocking for everyone, and especially for all the scientists. They weren't expecting that. And so it was just mind-blowing for me.
And if you're a deep analytical type person and you're just looking for the answers in life, I have a lot more content I want to share with you. And I want to let you know that you're welcome here on the journey to finding truth. Like this video and follow for more.
I'm not even reacting because my face is glued to the screen. I can't even believe these videos right now. I've never seen them before, and I'm just so shocked of all this information that's available to us. I'm so happy to react to these videos with you guys. I'm so happy to watch these videos with you guys. And I think we have either one or two left, but let's go ahead and get into it.
Seeing these fires and seeing black smoke come out the windows, that means that the fires were oxygen starved and it was incomplete combustion, and so it was a low temperature fire.
I looked up in a manual the burning temperature of jet fuel and found that under the conditions that existed at the World Trade Center on 9/11, that jet fuel had to have been burning at about 750 degrees Fahrenheit. I also noticed that the official explanation of what happened there was that the heat from the fire supposedly softened the steel and thereby brought the buildings down. If you have a flame at 750 degrees, you can hold that flame under a steel beam forever, and you'll never reach a high enough temperature to bend steel, let alone melt it. So immediately I knew at that point that the official explanation was dead wrong.
The United States government is offering you a piece of land of your own.
We have our own land.
No, it's not yours. It's the U.S. government's.
Did they buy it?
No.
Did they trade for it?
No, it's not like that.
Then how can they own it?
He has a point.
Duh.
We will give you everything you need if you will just submit to living on a reservation.
We need nothing from you.
You can depend on your country to take care of you.
You are not my country.
Mr. Durant, if we could just... Senator Crane has come here to offer your people a better way of life.
Better than what?
Better than what you have.
I like what I have.
Ooh, that was deep. That was deep. Movies like that and scenes like that get me super hyped up because, like, who the f do you think that you are? Anyways, you guys, that is the end of the compilation. Thank you so much for stopping by and reacting to these videos with me. We definitely had some amazing information that came in with this compilation, and it makes me excited to watch the next one coming up. Whether you are subscribed or you are new to the channel, make sure that you hit that notification bell down below so that way you are notified every time a new video is released, to make sure that you guys are tuned in with me and we can watch them together. Thank you so much once again, you guys. As always, be good and do right. Everything is everything, and I will catch you on the next one.